And we've been talking about that red weather warning, Darren.
Yeah, Storm Arwen, of course, is heading towards the UK at the moment, and the weather is forecast to be so severe that the Met Office have issued a rare red wind warning for northeastern parts of the UK. The winds are going to be strengthening to gusts of 80-90 miles an hour. That's going to bring some significant disruption and also a danger to life. This is the area covered by the warning. Coastal areas of eastern Scotland, northeastern parts of England. Stay away from these areas if you possibly can. There will be some large and dangerous waves to come. Now, the storm itself doesn't look that much. It's heading out into the North Sea, but it's around the back edge of that storm that those stronger winds come sweeping down across the whole of the country. So we have other warnings in place, amber warnings, widely very windy weather across eastern Scotland and the northeast of England. Further inland, we could see some significant gusts. And now we've got an amber warning for northern and western parts of Wales, the far southwest of England. The wind's really picking up here overnight with gusts of 60 or 70 miles an hour. Now, briefly, looking into the early part of next week, we start to change the wind direction, get more of an Atlantic wind, and that will only slowly turn things milder from the west. But of course, ahead of that, Storm Arwen is going to bring some significant impacts, widespread gales developing overnight, continuing into a good part of Saturday, some snow over the hills. Disruption is expected. We have that red warning from the Met Office for coastal areas of eastern Scotland and the northeast of England. You can find out more details on our website. Jane.
Hello, good afternoon. Storm Arwen is set to bring some very unsettled conditions across the capital today and tomorrow. Blustery winds, some showers, some of which could turn out to be wintry, particularly over the higher ground. The system pulls out into the North Sea by Sunday. That's looking a lot calmer, but it will stay cold for the rest of the week. And there's a Met Office weather warning in force for the strength of the winds across some parts of the capital for tomorrow. Do take a look at the BBC Weather website for all of the details.
Hello, good evening. Some bitterly cold conditions with us for tomorrow, all thanks to the first named storm of the season, Storm Arwen, bringing outbreaks of rain, at times a bit of a wintry mix, a touch of sleet or snow perhaps mixed in, and some very cold, strong winds with us as well. But we could see gusts getting up to around about 40 miles an hour, making our highs on the thermometers of 4 or 5 degrees feel for some of us more like -2 or -3, so it really will feel very cold indeed. Looking at the outlook then, well, Sunday I think is a better sort of a day, still cold, some frost by night. We could see some showers, but I think a lot of the day should be dry and hopefully reasonably bright actually, but yes, temperature still only 5 degrees and of course factoring the wind in, it feels colder. Into Monday, that cold air still in place, but turning much milder as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday. Have a good weekend.
Chris, how's it looking?
Well, there's lots going on, Victoria, as you might have heard. Today definitely represents the calm before the storm. The storm is Storm Arwen, of course, and it's been a reasonable end today. 1 or 2 showers dotted around, but not bad overall, not particularly cold. But this area of low pressure, this is Arwen, and you can see it's going to be bringing us some stronger winds this weekend. Might even see some flakes of snow for some of you.
A very good evening to you. Numerous winter hazards expected in the next few hours, exceptionally windy as we head through this evening and tonight. And as temperatures fall, widespread sleet and hill snow as it turns increasingly wintry, as well as frost and ice into the small hours. Widespread gales and damaging gusts as the week draws to a close and through the night. And the emphasis remains on a red warning across the northeast of Britain. Here, dangerously strong winds in excess of 80 miles an hour as we approach the end of the night. This storm track bringing about widespread strong winds as well as wet wintry conditions as we head through this evening and through much of the night and into tomorrow. Clearer skies from the west, but feeling so cold in a biting, bitter wind chill. Brisk northerly winds for all of us, not quite as strong as we're seeing right now. Those widespread gales expected overnight, damaging gusts of wind, dangerously strong winds for a time across the northeast of Britain and turning increasingly wintry as the rain falls as sleet and hill snow across a huge swathe of northern and central Britain into the small hours. Further sleet and snow across parts of northern Scotland with blizzard-like conditions across the highest routes for a time, and as temperatures fall, frost and ice into tomorrow morning, those temperatures below freezing, and a windy, wintry scene into tomorrow morning for those up bright and early, staying blustery with those gusty winds across the eastern side of Britain, and here the sleet and snow turning increasingly to rain. Further north, further west, clearer, with a little more in the way of sparkling sunshine, but feeling so cold.